Welcome to The Circle. Now, this takes me to my next question. Is it important who makes more money in the relationship? Do men care? And as women, we've kind of all been taught to care, right? But we're at that point where we're like, no, we don't really care. But what's everyone's opinion on it?
You know what? Okay, it sounds very like it shouldn't be a disadvantage, but it is for men. And I know it's typical, it's dumb, it's stupid, but it isn't an ego thing.
Okay.
It is an ego thing because there will come a time when we're making a decision, like you need a car. You're the one who has more money, you know? And then you come up and go to Mini Cooper and see a Mini Cooper S. Come back and say, I saw a car. I'm gonna come and say, no, you can't get a Mini Cooper S. Why? It's expensive. There's this cost and that cost and that cost. But you're like, yeah, but I can afford it. You're like, yeah, I know you can, and I'm not doubting that, but I don't see that should be the decision that should be made in this house. About a car. So if now she comes and says, yeah, but it's my money.
That is gonna happen.
That one line,
Why does it hurt men so much?
I can't live with that. Why?
Why?
I can't live with men.
Why does it, I mean, it's almost, not to say it hurts, I'm sorry, I'm offended you, right?
Yeah.
But why is it such a personal thing for you when women have kind of had to be in that position most of the time?
You are questioning my ability to lead the household, to be in my opinion. Because look, there are certain decisions that, look, when I marry someone, I buy you a house. I say, yes, that's how I say it. I buy you a house. This is a house for you to, put in the curtain, the couch, the fridge, all of those things, you know. I can't do that. I can't. I know it's my deficit. That's why having a girlfriend, a guy with a girlfriend and on without, those are the things you'll see. You know?
And I disagree that women can do everything.
Yeah, you know.
Let the man talk. Not to sound old man. You know what I mean?
It's not an attack. Let me. Yeah.
Not like when the man is talking, everybody should be quiet. But I mean, he's saying something qualified. Let's give him a.
I'm saying, you know, there's the card, right?
Yeah.
Some women can do it, but most
I
can't.
got it. Yeah.
Right? That's one thing. There's the garage. When you take your car in for a service, you're going to be duped, and these people are going to, you know, cheat you a lot of the time. When the plumber comes to the house, when the plumber comes to the house as well, he's going to charge you 10 times more.
Protection.
You know what I mean?
Protection.
And you know that. Well, most women know that. So most of the time, what will they do? Hey, cuz, I've got a plumber coming. Please come stand in for me or whatever. Come help out with the. You know, even with taking a car for a service, come through with me. Sure. Hey, these people, you know, or please just take the thing for service for me. You know, because we know, you know, you did say Africa is a patriarchal society.
Right.
When you go to that garage, the person that's going to be serving you is a man. I mean, you don't really. 90% of the time, you don't find ladies under that engine busy.
But now, I guess, let me put it this way. Is that what you guys like? Are you okay with that? Because I can explain from my experience. I've taken classes on electrical engineering, so when I take my car and I know what's going on. Handiwork, I'm usually the one who does it. My partner is nowhere near what I can do as far as handiwork, the drill, the garden. It's me, and I'm okay with that. And I find that a lot of times if you're maybe in a store or something, you're trying to pull something heavy, and they're like, oh, let me help you. And I'm like, no, I got it. And it seems very out of character as a woman to say, no, I got it, I can pull it, I can do it. And for you guys as men, are you okay with that kind of women being in society? Because that's who's around.
It's very okay.
It's okay, but like,
yay, that's the woman I want.
no, but I can't. You're challenging my DNA.
No, it's not your DNA. These are not biologically predetermined things.
Because
it's not.
As a female, you're doing this.
Being a mechanic is not biological. It's
I didn't say mechanic. I didn't say
constructed.
mechanic. Profession is one thing. Profession is one thing. Like if something's
Cooking
heavy.
and like interior design is not biological. It's just like what we have accepted socially and keep perpetuating.
Portion of it is.
Look,
But it's
but is that a bad
my
thing?
partner is a better cook. He is a better cook than I am, and I prefer him doing that. He likes ironing. I prefer him doing that. I'm not good at iron. So like he irons my clothes and cooks some of the food. I'm a better cleaner than he is. So it's like whoever's best at what they're best at must lead. Like we must stop like forcing people to do what we think the world says they should do instead of better what like. I'm gonna do what I'm good at, and I'm not gonna pretend to like be the best cook and make some shit meal all the time because it's my role. What is like, he makes good ass food, I'm gonna eat that good ass food.
If I visited my uncle and I saw him cooking and doing the clothes, what, I'd feel so bad. I'd feel
You
so
die, man.
I'd be like, oh, to
But
God.
that's it. I mean, to speak my father does that comfortably, and it's normal to me. Like I'm saying, I'm okay with handiwork, and I don't see it as being out of character. When my dad decides to sweep or mop, he's okay, and I grew up seeing that. So I've never felt like men don't. And when someone comes to me and says, "Oh, women cook and clean," I'm like, no, men can cook and clean too.
Absolutely, but let's go to my grandparents' house. Then what? I mean, at home, I'm always busy cooking for you. That's great. I mean, we love our life like that. But I mean, this is the thing that again is a constant barrage at our African culture, because when we go back at home, I mean, if I dare touch the pots, my aunts are gonna incinerate me. I mean, my uncles, I'll be an outcast, they'll castrate me or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. We're
Maybe not, but
in like an urbanization setting,
Right.
today as young people in an urban setting.
so you please
No, I'm just saying,
step it over.
obviously it's different because we're talking about ourselves today as young people in an urban setting. So we're in a very different situation than our parents, or if we lived in rural areas. Like, this is a very unique setting compared to how our culture is evolving in other parts of the country and the continent. Also, I just want to say too, I mean, we acknowledge that most African cultures are patriarchal cultures, but also it's not like an African issue or only the African. European cultures are hella patriarchal. Asian cultures are patriarchal. Patriarchy is a global phenomenon, and different cultures have had different shifts and evolutions of when they've gone from matriarchal to patriarchal to different mixes of them. But like, I just want to make sure that we don't essentialize African cultures as like the patriarchal cultures where everybody else isn't.
It's
and so
worldwide, yeah.
we're only being criticized by these non-patriarchal people. There's something bad here. Like, it manifests in different ways. I think that's the anti-Africanness of it, is like, no, that culture is patriarchal and bad. Whereas like, your culture is patriarchal in different ways, and if not worse, you know? And so I just want to make sure that it's not.
Yeah, for me it's a Christian thing, so it's not a
Yeah.
culture thing. It's a Christian thing that the man is the guy who brings the finances, the woman is in charge of the household.
Yeah.
The man does it.
Why do you say Christian? I can't.
No, in Christian culture, that's how it is. That's how the Christian house home is as well. So that's another way that another culture is
So
patriarchal.
for me, my culture is more in my religion.
I didn't learn that from religion.
No, I'm not saying that
I'm
you
saying
learned it that way,
it's
but
different
he is
patriarchal
white
systems.
and comes from a
You
patriarchal
have yours
background
from your
culture as well,
I
and it
have
comes
mine
from
from my
Christian.
religion.
But now, how do we even get there as a society? For instance, if I make an example, Christianity is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, you know? But you find that a lot of times the woman is in charge, and especially in Black and African cultures, where a lot of times the mom, you're raised by single mothers, and you find that these men still go out and not see the woman as, you know, as someone of importance. Because now we're coming to an era where, okay, we're kind of done, especially in South Africa, we're kind of done with almost done with the racism issue. Now we have to deal with the sexism and things of that nature. So how do we, as a culture, evolve?
In this crazy world.